Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. My name is Darcy, and today I am going to show you what I've decided to do with one of my bbcraft.com purchases, and also I will show you after I plug the microphone in. Always with the microphone. I found a way to store them. They fit, I can fit 7 on each one of these, which is perfect. So I've got the ones I'll use probably the most are these 4. So they're all together, and the blue one too probably. And today I have decided, sorry, I'm trying to put this back over here. Today I've decided to use this red, which actually I've already put on, but I have the other red one, so I'm going to show you how I did it. And then I'll have it ready for another book. So what I'm making is a journal. It's going to be a flow, F-L-O-W, flow type journal, or flow-ish, or I don't know. Junk journalists tend to call it a bunch of things. So what I've done here, because I don't want in fact you can already feel where it's starting to get an indentation. So I use the fabric to protect that. And the fabric is doubled. Because what I did is I glued it down like this. And then when I glued it on here, I came around like that. And that gives me a more finished edge on here. And it gives me that there. And then I also used a little vintage photo ink to distress it and make it look more grungy, because this is a grungy kind of a thing. But now, because I have these dents here, I'm wondering if I was doing it too tight before. It's really hard to tell. So you just come around the edge here. See, the thing is, I just want to make sure that the pages aren't going to fall out. So I'm going to tie this like this. And then I'm going to try to keep it in the middle if I can. And then I'm going to tie it one more time. Just one more time at first, because I need to be able to move it up or down. And usually I can at that point still. And then once I have it how tight I need it. See, this is a little too loose. So, fingers crossed. Yeah, if you go one way, it doesn't tighten, and the other way it does. So, I've tightened it. And need it to come to probably about here more, where it starts to get tighter. And then I'll test it with the pages. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And now let me try it with the pages. And this is why it's called a flow journal, because your pages, that's upside down, will go in here, and then you can move them around. You can take this one out and move it somewhere else. And how I try to tell if it's in there enough is, one, if I lift it and I don't have too much give right here, it doesn't flop around too much. Like, I think I might need to tighten it a little bit more. And let's see. Well, I had the darker one on there, but this one actually might work better, because I thought this one would work because it's I grunged up that red a little bit, but this one I might actually like better out here. Who knew? But I like the other one on the inside, so that's of course the outside one shows more which way. One goes one way or the other. And this I will put, well, that's not supposed to happen. Didn't happen with the last one. So let's see. I still have enough string that I can try again. This is why I always give myself enough string. This is 1mm string. For the looks, I prefer the 1mm. But it has to be strong enough to be able to stay together, not break. That's the thing. I have a hard time finding, maybe it's me, maybe I'm just over tightening things all the time. See, this feels like it should be tight enough though. Yeah, that's all right there. And that's why that needs just a little bit more, I think. I just don't want these foam, see, they just come out a little too easily, which is the right way. No, this way. There. But I don't want it to keep making that indent too much. So a little bit of an indent is okay, I think, because then it's gonna stay in place. So I almost want it to do just a little bit of an indent, because then it will stay where it needs to. Of course, that's not where I want it to stay. I want it to be in the middle here. I should like force the indent next time. That way it stays where I want it. I want it right in the middle. And then when I'm pulling on it right now, trying to do this indent, it's doing all right. Oh, can't see where I am. Okay. All right, that's, I have like 1, 2, 3 in the middle, 1, 2, 3 in the middle. So that is pretty much my middle right there, although I didn't get it quite glued on there perfectly. There. So that seems good. This feels good. Not just gonna fall out easily. I mean, it comes out a little, but I'm pulling on it. So, and I put that upside down again, and it's still loose enough to be able to easily get things in and out. So now I just have to decide. Oh yeah, the pages weren't upside down. The whole book was upside down. And I have room to add a couple more pages if I want to as well. So that is one way. That is probably the main way that I will be using these little strings here. But then you can also, what do they do with it? It's way over there. Hold on, I should have thought about this before. Pause then. I'm going to add a couple charms to the bottom. Just need to decide if I want to keep this red or do the other one. I think I want to go back to the other red. So this is what I end up with after it's all, let's see. It's going to stay tied, right? No, it's not going to stay tied. That's see, it looks like it's just the dope. I don't know. I'm not a good tire apparently. Alright, I'm going to put this one back on that I did in another video that messed up. So I had to re-show in this video how to do it. Alright. Come on, there we go. And I'm going to come up a little bit. I like to do my dangles at the top. And they'll still come out the bottom. These are long enough. But then they can also be used as a bookmark somewhere if somebody wants to. So that's why I like to do that. So I'm going to do the lock on this lower one. So I should make sure that this is still tied. Or it's not going to go either. Okay, it's not going anywhere. So yeah, doing the lock on this longer one since the lock is shorter. I'm trying to think. Sometimes I might do other stuff with this too. But for today, I'm just going to put the charms on. So got a little quieter in here because, well, the one that was already quiet is still quiet, and the two that were not as quiet are, one's mowing the lawn and the other one, I think he went down to do a recording of his own. So, took the tripod with him anyway, now that I don't need it anymore. Oh, here comes my husband again. So, there's one charm. It's warm out there. It's 88. Was 88. Is it higher now?
I don't know.
I'm recording. And then this key's pretty big, but I like it. And even though the lock is really small, I checked. And, well, it doesn't really fit, but at least it looks to be closer to the size. Because these keys did not come with a, any locks with them. They were just the keys. The lock came in another set of charms that I got online from a different place than BB Craft. So since this is a BB Craft one, I won't mention where I got them, but in another video I will. I'll use these keys a lot, I'm sure. I bought a lot of them. I might put some up in a shop to sell when people don't want to buy 100 at a time. Not everybody wants to buy 100 keys. Okay, that's probably overkill right there, but there we go. So we have our little dangles. They come out the bottom of the book, looking all cute. It could be, let's see, this one. Oh, that one won't hang up quite so far. And then we can move this one over here maybe if we wanted to make that a page. And so we could pull that down and it'll still hang out some, but you know, we don't have to. So we can even put this one over here and then it will just stay up all safe, and it still hangs down some. So there we go. We've got a small single signature journal using a 1mm elastic red. It's kind of like a French red, this one. Looks really pretty next to there. Still looks good with that. So, yep. And I can show you really quick the pages in here if you're interested. This was from a paper pack that I got at Hobby Lobby, and this was from My Porch Prints and some dyed paper and a little bag and onion skin paper. That's hard to find. I can't believe I ever found it. This is from, I want to say My Dots Inspiration. I'm not sure. So, and some vintage ledger paper and some of that, and some vintage music paper. And I'll still do more to this. More vintage ledger. I think it's vintage. Piece of just packing tape. Oh my goodness, when I ordered my phone, we had to get a new house phone, and the box is about this big that the phone comes in, but when it was delivered in a box, that was like really big. So there was a lot of paper in that, which was kind of nice. I gotta trim that up. So yeah, and my cover is made from 140-pound, I think it's Canon, not that one. Where did it go? Well, apparently I didn't put it away. But it's 140-pound watercolor paper, and I used it in a mixed media mashup. And that's what I came up with, and I grunged it this morning, and I put or this afternoon, and then I collaged the insides, and I may add some stuff. But for now, I just wanted to go ahead and show you something you could do with what I got at bbcraft.com. BEEBEECRAFT.com. I will put the links down in the description and a link of this particular item. And the next video, I will show you something else with other things that I purchased. Because I also purchased these, which I could have used as charms on the bottom, and some black felt. So that'll be another journal, another day. Thank you very much. Have a delightful day, everybody.